Hello and welcome back to Hecate. This is still Techniderp, just name change, which you probably saw in the last episode. Anyway, today is finally the day where this entire storage system will be finished. And what I am currently working on at the moment in a creative server, which is just a copy of this thing, is getting all the blocks in place. And I've done that, so I'll quickly show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we are in the storage. So what I have here is I have pretty much blocks here, and then it gets into some of the colored blocks through this area, then it goes into glass, banners, wool, carpets, all that, and there's also the wood types in this area. So it's sort of sorted out with blocks up that end going into placeable items or entities and other things, then going into just items which you can't place at all. There is also a whole bunch of these arrows here, like there's strength arrows, weakness, harming, there's all these ones, there's spectral as well. These are in here because they can be sorted. I have absolutely every single item that could be sorted here. So like, things that stack only, things that are non-stackable are not here, but things that stack into 64, like all these blocks here, all these ones are here. And also anything that stacks into 16, like signs and armor stands and everything else like that. I want to get some of this stuff all connected up. So here is the Shulker merger. This has since been completed after I did the live stream on this, completing the bulk storage. Also, this has now been finished. And I have also finished this one at a time filter thing. I did also build up this, which I designed in the live stream. Sort of. I just adapted and tested things from before. I think I need to put an item in here, or do I have something? No, I don't. I need to put an item in there. But the rest of it is fine, and just input items here, which I need to make a actual thing to input up here, go down through here. It will sort out, let's see, it will sort out shulker boxes and non-stackable items into this chest here, and we'll put any stackable items in this chest here, ready to go into this variable item sorter. And that's the input here, and then the output is a shulker box with only one item type in it, which then comes out here, up to here, down, and the rest of the system is pretty much done to handle it. Okay, so what I think I will do at the moment is connect up this. So what will need to happen is when the minecart gets all the way down here, I'll switch this out to a detector rail, which will then give off a signal and will come out here. I think I'll just send it down somewhere above something so that nothing will get powered. It will come down here and trigger this system to activate. So this does have the disadvantage of it takes 30 seconds for every item to sort. But if you have an entire shulker box of items, it takes significantly less time. I have now completely finished sorting out all the items, and I've got a list on my second screen of all the binary codes. And pretty much, Digger has been going through collecting up these items here, which is some. Okay, well, Digger has been busy again and has got a few more items, and I was going to go through add these ones in, but I didn't manage to get them in before he put them in, and yeah, so that was a waste of time. Anyway, I have just realized that I have made or said one less of every single item is needed. So what I need to do is I need to go through and add 1 to every single item here. Well, I've made a bit of progress with that, and I'm now going to work on some of the item transportation. So over here, input is here, as I've already said multiple times. I firstly want to find the output. So all of the stackable items will end up in this chest here. And I actually want to swap this out for a dropper, and that dropper will face out. Here I need to go up 2 more. And this will be a hopper, and this will actually be a dropper. There'll be a hopper 2. I'll probably be at a 2 out this way. But anyway, if I come here and I put a dropper facing up here, I then need to do some circuitry for a item dispenser thingy, which I don't actually have comparators on me. So for now I'll just do this, and I can add a comparator later, but that will send all of the items up, and this needs to go through glass, just like this. I'm reaching the top, and you can see that there is a very small space. I have actually removed some of this just so that I can fit this in here, because there really isn't much space to put it, and I'm also out of glass. So this just slides up against this, and well, I have the choice of either moving this one or moving this one if I want a 3x3, but I can't really move either, so it's just going to be a plus shape. And if I get a bit more glass, I can take this all the way up and fill a few double chests here, and that will mean that there is some sort of backlog of items. Water is ready to go in, so this comes around the corner, place down a sign, and then place another ice. And then I just need to repeat this until I get to the end, and that is pretty much it for connecting up this system with the next part. And item elevator is connected up with the variable item sorter now. It will come out here, down through these chests, which is just to store the items until they go through. Another connection that I need is from this into the shulker merger, and also link that back into the start of the system here. And I will try and give items here priority over the other ones. It may be possible, I don't know. And then also link up this stream here. It just comes along here, item elevator up, and it is right here, ready to go. And there is one final thing that I need to do, which is get all these water streams and direct them into a overflow chest, which will probably be just a row of chests all the way down here at the end, and that will probably have indicator lamps on it, just telling it where you're up to in it. And yeah, that will be the entire storage system done, and it will just be a case of filling in all of these binary decoding chests. I also have forgotten to put this detector rail here, but other than that, it is close to being done. It is very close. There is just a lot of little bits to fix up, a lot of grindy stuff to do, as in getting all of these items, but I think we're about halfway through it now, and it should be fine for the rest. I have been a little bit busy. I have now got in all this crazy stuff here, which is all the binary logic. So this is what actually encodes and decodes the binary for the item. So when it's input over here, it will go through here along, and then we'll trigger this to set it to the correct one. And then when you actually input it, so by switching this over, that will trigger these pistons here, which will go down and trigger the other thing, so it'll come through and will only trigger the one specific line that is the correct binary value. So now what I am going to do is I need to actually fill up all these chests with some dummy items, pretty much just until I put in the specific items for each thing, because I have sand here, and that's the first one I'm going to do. So I need 1 sand in this one here, and yeah, of course that's going to trigger the entire system. So that was this one here. Then the next one is here, and I also need sand in here, so this chest here, put 1 in. Then if I come and look here, this is where the next one starts. I don't need 1 there, but I do need 1 for the next one here. So sand there. And then the final piece of sand is actually for display. So let me see if I can get around here. It is so hard to navigate all this redstone. That is why I love Spectator. So if I come to here, I think it is. Yes, it's here. I can come here, and then it's perfectly fine to put a sand block here, and this is the sand chest. Okay, so another thing I need to do is I need to get some shulker boxes. So I have some stacks of shulker boxes here, and that should be plenty. So if I come up here, if I actually can fly, I can come up here to the variable item sorter, and this chest here is the input for shulker boxes. So currently there's only 1 shulker box for each, and they aren't in here. But if I put all of those in here, they'll go one at a time. They will only fill up 1 here, but I can have mass storage of them in stacks. And then that should be plenty enough to fill up most of this, I think. And I will come back and fill it up if need be later. Okay, now something I need to do is I have got some iron here, and I'm going to turn those into iron nuggets, and then I just need to go through and just rename all these to filler, I guess. Well, I've still got plenty to go, but I might as well actually show you what I do with these. So what I need to do is I need to put them in here, and I need to put enough in that this redstone over here will turn on. So once it turns on, like that, I now need to take it out until it turns off. There it goes. And then I need to put 1 more in. So this means as soon as 1 item is taken out, then this will trigger the system. And then I need to put the same in here. So it was 3 stacks and 64. 54. There we go. And yeah, there is a whole lot that I will need for this, because that is only 2 chests. And look at all that. Well, I sort of gave up with the naming of items. I did get named items in the chest that has the sand in, so this one has named items, and the second one here, but then the rest I just put iron nuggets in. They will get named eventually, and I will swap them out when they're named, and when they are named, I'll put them down here like the rest of them. But for now, I sort of just want to test out this entire system, because it should be working up until once the chest gets up to bulk storage stage. Okay, firstly, check that nothing's in this chest. Yes, good. And nothing's in this chest here. So what I have is I have a shulker box here with 48 sand and a bow. I have 16 sand, and I also have a bow. So what I will expect to happen is 1 shulker box and the 2 bows will end up in this chest here. And 64 sand will eventually end up in this chest here. And if that works, then pretty sure the system is working. So let's put it in. And this time it should hopefully work. So sand is yes going again. Then over here there should be a shulker box which is being unloaded with all the sand in it. Then the bow... No, there's sand here. The bow has probably already gone if I did that first. Yes, so that's the shulker box from the last one as well. I did take the bow out. And there we go, and you can now see shulker box coming up, and the bow is going to be stuck in this hopper here. So that's all working perfectly so far as it did last time. Now sand comes in, goes through, and there should now be 63 in here. That is exactly how many is needed. And the last one is in this hopper up here, ready to receive any more sand if it comes through. Then this delay circuit is coming on, so again, let's wait for this. Okay, I missed the hopper going through, but it should come up here. Shulker box comes into this hopper, goes through. This is the one. This time it is going to work. So firstly, binary code, perfect. Comes back, sets the system to it. And let's see, yes it is. And then let's watch here and just wait for the items to come down. It should be around a few seconds. There we go. Starting to come through. And then finally I can go out of here and look at this and watch one full stack of sand coming in to the exact right chest. Yes! There we go. It works! Finally! And that's the entire system resetting, ready for the next one. Almost. Okay, so that works. There is still a few things I need to do, like wiring up this redstone line to this button here. That is very simple. And, well, then there's all of the other, oh. I missed something here. Okay, well then there's all of the bulk storage stuff, which I'm going to do later, and I probably won't do it in an episode. There has been pretty much 3 episodes on this so far, and this is going to be the end of them. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. This storage, next time you see it, will hopefully be complete. And once I do that, I actually need to figure out what I am going to work on next, because, well, there are a ton of things I can do. But this storage has pretty much been my big project, and everyone else has been working on other things. No one is actually on at the moment, but they've been working on other things, like the Nether Hub, that's been worked on. There's some end removal stuff. I will probably next episode just go around showing everything that's been done while, well, I've been stuck here in this hole in the ground, just building storage and trying not to let my brain explode. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.